Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd
Doesn't
can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
This is Real Nerds Podcast. Every week we see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week, we dive into the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the 33rd time to see The Marvels. Stay tuned. We will recommend the film or not, play a trailer and spoil it. We'll also talk about movie news of the week and stuff we've been watching throughout the week. We're the best movie podcast of all time, is what I've been told by at least one person.
Well, everyone better get on the same page with that person.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say who that one person is. I'm not going to say it's self-proclaimed, but
it totally is, though.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who's saying, "Man, I can't wait to listen to those guys again." And but we're Brad and I are finally joined by someone else. Corinne, welcome.
Yeah, where the hell have you
Hi,
been?
how's it going? Life, man. Sometimes it gets you.
Yeah, life's too busy to talk for 40 minutes to friends. Ouch,
Well,
Corinne. Very ouch.
Well, that, and also I haven't been super thrilled with a lot of the movies that have come out recently, so
Well, how do you know if you haven't seen them?
that's fair. But at
And
least the
lawyer.
marketing material and so forth just hasn't been appealing to me.
Well, maybe you should watch a movie about a banana
Sure.
because it's appealing.
I don't know.
Dude, that's a slippery
Oh.
slope.
I was going for a really corny dad joke there,
And you did it.
and I did it.
See, I would have been on here sooner, but Dune Part 2 got moved. So, and now I'm in a feud with Warner Brothers over a whole bunch of other issues. So David Zaslav can go fuck himself.
Wait, you're in a feud with Warner Brothers. Do they know this?
No, of course they don't. They don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about anything.
Did
What
you see
has
it?
Warner Brothers done to you?
Well, it wasn't to me personally, but, just general crap to fellow artists, fellow writers, and so forth, fellow creators. And, well, I'm sure we'll get into it in movie news, won't we, Ryan?
I don't know. I wasn't going to talk about Warner Brothers. You have something you want to share with the rest of the class, or?
Well, it was just that they shelved that Wile E. Coyote versus Roadrunner movie that was
No,
basically finished already. That
those bastards.
They'd even done the music for it and everything. And other studios were interested in picking it up, and then they were like, nope, we're just gonna shelve it and get a tax write-off. And this is the third time they've done this now. So fuck David Zaslav and the golden crested pillow he sleeps on.
Man, I can just see the Wile E. Coyote holding up a sign that says "Yikes."
It's just sad. I mean, what if it was the studio's version of maybe not actually Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but what if it had been something akin to that, right? Like a movie you don't really have high expectations for going in, but then you watch it and you have a lot of fun. It's funny. It's got a lot of, creative visuals and things, but I guess we'll never know.
Yep. I mean, it makes more sense for us to pay for it because they get a tax write-off from the United States government for shelving a $30 million movie.
I agree with the folks online who say that anytime that happens, it should be considered public domain since the people bought it. So,
Yeah, but then you're really taking the money away from the artists.
well, at least we'd get to see it, which I feel bad for all the people who worked on that movie. And we're hoping to show clips and stuff in their reels going forward for other projects. Now they can't do that. They can't resume build.
I mean, what's John Cena gonna do?
Not John Cena. I'm talking about like the lower level people, the artists, the composers, those sort of folks. What are they going to have to show on their reels now? It's just sad that this is the state of the industry that we're in.
It's probably because people like you don't go see movies in theaters.
Hey, I went to a movie theater this week. I'm going to go to another movie next weekend. I already got my tickets.
This week on Real Nerds Podcast, we saw The Marvels. Brad, do you recommend The Marvels?
Yeah, I don't know. This felt like an episode of the TV shows they've been doing. It is fun. I did have fun watching it, but it's another one of those Marvel movies where they're just chasing a thing and trying to stop a world-destroying event, and there's not a lot of development of like what the characters want themselves or who they are. Like the character building between the three leads is great, but the movie's so damn short. So, yeah, it's fun, but I'm just so baffled by this whole phase of where we're going with this.
Corinne, do you recommend The Marvels?
I guess it kind of depends on what category of people you fall into. If you were a fan of the first Captain Marvel movie, I think you're going to enjoy it. If you're just an MCU fan in general, you might have fun. But if you don't really care about the MCU, then you're probably not going to care about the 33rd movie or project in this whole universe. So, yeah, I agree with Brad. This is a very strange movie to have to recommend to people just because it is a little all over the place. Some parts of it are good and some parts of it are not so good.
I think this movie is actually a lot of fun, and I don't understand the discontent online. Well, I mean, I understand it, but because people are the worst. I think as a standalone film, it's easy to follow. You're just really following the three leads. A lot of the fight scenes are really creative because of the predicament they're in, and it's just a fun movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. Here's the trailer for The Marvels.
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
Cold, no air, space.
Captain Marvel, the Annihilator. You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers. So we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light. I can see it. And Kamala... Who's Kamala? Hi. She can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of. I could totally show you. No! She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this. You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh my god, we're a team.
Higher.
Further.
Faster.
Who's a good kitty goose?
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
The Marvels picks up at the end of Disney Plus's Ms. Marvel, where Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel switch places due to a ripple in time, I guess, a rip in the time jump that causes them to, when they use their powers, to switch their places, which leads to a lot of predicaments for the women of the Marvels. And we learned that Captain Marvel, and through her space journeys, and why the Kree do not like her, is because she basically destroyed their planets and made them their planets dying. And they enlist the help of a Ronan the Destroyer type of villain named Darben. And she basically goes to other planets and steals their resources to provide for her planet. And she's looking for the other bracelet that Ms. Marvel has, and she wants to steal the Earth's sun. And that's the basic outline of the plot of the Marvels. They must stop her. I thought the movie was really creative in a lot of parts. I really like the world where everybody sings. And it's kind of a funny little joke when the prince starts talking to him and Carol says that he's bilingual, so he understands normal speak. It's what I liked about the film too is it looked a lot different than the other Marvel movies. It was really bright. Like I said, the powers between the leads were really fun. Ms. Marvel, if you haven't watched the show on Disney Plus, is a really fun show. And the young lady who plays Kamala Khan is great in this and the movie. So there's good launching points for people, I think.
Yeah.
This is where everybody else says something.
I thought Corinne was going to jump in, but yeah,
I was waiting for Brad.
Yeah, like I said, I did have fun. Like the whole Cats or Flerken, I guess, sequence set to Cats, the musical, was fantastic. And yeah,
my theater was going crazy when that was going on.
Yeah. And that
Did you guys have a lot of people in your theaters? Because I think I had maybe 10 in mine, and I went Thursday night.
I just came from it. There's like probably 30, 40.
Yeah, I saw it last night, and my theater was almost sold out.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, the villain, like nothing against the actress, but like I didn't feel
I don't think she was given a lot to do, honestly.
Yeah, the whole we've seen in the Marvel universe, just the whole I just don't understand why, the Kree can just be like, we're in a cosmic universe now. It feels weird that they have to steal resources. I just feel like someone would have been like, "Oh, this planet's dying. We should go help them."
Yeah. I was talking to my wife about this today. And I think just because the multiverse saga is so dense and there's so much going on in it, that casual people are going to have a hard time embracing all of it. And there's so much world building that's associated with what they're doing that it puts these villains, for the most part, besides Spider-Man No Way Home, where they're kind of on the sideline. And I was actually telling Laura about this day, because I had a lot of fun with this movie, but I think what made the Infinity Saga so strong is it felt you were building towards something and you knew who Thanos was. Here, it feels like you're on a treadmill and you're just running, and it doesn't seem to be a cohesion on what the end goal of this sprawling multiverse saga is.
Yeah, like it all funneled into Thanos. Here it is, like, yeah, we know we're getting to Kang, but they just keep introducing, like, even the end credits of this movie. I'm just like, oh, cool, we got the X-Men, the new, no, it's the old X-Men, okay, and then who's, like, they're showing off the uniform of Monica's mother, but I'm like, I don't understand what this character's supposed to be. I'm the casual.
Yeah, that's what sucks. That's a really deep cut in comics. That's Binary, who is basically another Captain Marvel-esque character. Super deep cut.
But also not Monica's mother.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's so convoluted now. Like,
yeah, and I was talking to Laura too, and the Jonathan Majors thing is a problem now with Kang. So, I mean, I guess you could have him be a different person because of the multiverse, but
even that looks weird because they had that post-credit scene where he was like his own variant. They didn't show other act. Yeah, like it was his face just like mixed up a bunch of times when they should have just done a bunch of random people.
Yeah,
so you could explain away of him, like Majors not being every one of them.
I mean, I don't know how much is true in this Variety article, but I guess they were thinking about making Doctor Doom the new big bad, because obviously Jonathan Majors has way worse problems, and if what he did is true, then he can go fuck himself. So, I don't know.
Well, Ryan, you would probably know this a lot better than I would, but I heard that, so they're building up to Secret Wars along with the Kang Dynasty, and as I understand, the original Secret Wars plotline involves Doctor Doom. Very, he's like a big crucial part of the plot.
Is he sure right? is. He is.
Yeah, he gets like Beyonder powers or something.
Yeah, basically, Secret Wars is a fight on a distant planet, where it's they're pitting heroes and villains against each other, and that's where Spider-Man got his black costume.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, the Marvels is it's so interesting that one of the things that is really irksome to me, and this whole, I'm going to go back a few weeks about Killers of the Flower Moon being a $200 million movie. The weekend results for Captain Marvel right now, it's like 48 million or something. And they go, flop. That's a flop. And it's already almost made more money than Killers of the Flower Moon, and they cost almost identical. But they're willing to give Killers of the Flower Moon a pass. I think it's really bizarre that Hollywood is so against Marvel and how it makes, all theaters money and things like that. I don't know. I just think it's so bizarre. Because in the same article, Variety,
people are just tired of, they want something different. And maybe it's just kind of this, and I guess maybe anti-establishment sort of vibe of like, we're tired of Marvel and Disney running everything, so we want to see them go down. I don't think that's everybody, but I do think there is a portion of movie fans that are like that.
Well, the movie fans are some of the worst people ever. That's the ones that are driving the hate for this movie without even seeing it, because it's a diverse cast led by female leads. I think it's not cool. And in the same article, I think it's Variety too, it's saying, oh, we don't know if Killers of the Flower Moon is a flop, even though it's only made $50 million on $200 million, because when it goes streaming, but you can't quantify money for streaming. And so where people like Martin Scorsese and them say that Marvel is ruining movies, I think he is, by making $200 million period pieces for streaming services. Or, the other movies that are coming out, the Rebel Moon from Zack Snyder, $400 million movies that are only available on streaming, I think are the actual downfall of movies, not Marvel.
Well, streamers like Apple,
Why not both?
their business isn't even movies. Like it's just
Exactly.
a bonus they get to have. Their real money's in tech, so they're like,
Yeah, and
it's a loss leader.
Exactly. Apple doesn't care. Apple does not care. I mean, what's $200 million to Apple? That's like probably $20 to you and me, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, so they can afford to take those risks, and I just wish they'd take smaller budgeted risks on more things rather than just like a huge one on a established director.
I know, but I said, and I think Killers of the Flower Moon is a good movie, but I don't know where the $200 million is. You know what I mean? Like, where's the $200 million?
Well, supposedly 40 of that went to Leonardo DiCaprio just by himself. And I would imagine that Robert De Niro had a pretty big paycheck as well. Do you know when they filmed it, Ryan? Because I wonder how much of the budget went to like COVID stuff. Because I know that was one of the reasons that Indy 5 was so inflated.
No, I don't have an answer for that, but I just think it's super hypocritical, and I don't know. But Marvel's is fun. I like Brie Larson a lot.
I have a theory that there hasn't been a Stan Lee cameo since No Way Home. With his cameos, I think the movies are suffering.
Yeah. I mean, maybe losing the heart is the heart of the films.
So Disney, fire up a CGI recreation of Stan Lee
with AI.
Yep. You start putting him in the background.
No, and like I think I mentioned a few weeks ago too. People keep on saying that the downfall of Marvel, but Guardians 3 made tons of money. People point to Love and Thunder. That it wasn't. I mean, the movie isn't as good as Ragnarok, but it still made more money domestically than Ragnarok. So, I mean, sure, the Marvels is a misfire, but I think the strike had a lot to play with it, and I don't know. I don't know.
The bar is, the bar is higher because of all the movies that have come before it, but also because of the budget problems with the reshoots, with the schedule being pushed back. So there was kind of a lot going against the movie, and by the time it came out, everybody was kind of like, can it even succeed? Can it even make its money back? So, like I said, I do think there is a segment that wants to see this movie fail, whether they have their political agendas or whether they're just tired of Marvel. I think that a lot of people are tired of Marvel, even without, there being some kind of political heave-ho to it. I like my mom, my sisters, I don't know if they were planning to see this movie. I didn't hear anything about it. But I think that the casual Marvel viewer just might be tired.
Well, I think this is an opinion of mine, that when you don't have the Iron Mans and the Captain Americas or the Spider-Mans or the Thors, I think it's going to hurt it anyways. Because what are the characters that we're really latching on to? And I think Brie Larson is fine, but they were
ramping up Captain Marvel to be the next Iron Man. Like her first movie made $1 billion. Well, yeah, part of that was the timing. But still, they held her up as this like huge, female superhero icon. Like everybody rallied around her, and now we're seeing there's not the same level of interest. I don't know if it's just because it's been too long or what.
I don't know. I think so. I think that might be the big one. I mean, it's been 4 years.
The biggest dramatic turn for in this movie is being told that she's like a world annihilator and she has to struggle with like making a mistake. Like, and that's not even
that was
the focus
really
of the movie.
Compelling.
It's like a thread of the movie, which it should be the focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have the emotional buy-in with her, and and I think that's what hurts it too. And I thought, when you look at Batman, Superman, I thought that was the biggest problem with the whole Snyder universe too, is the emotional buy-in is just not there. And where you with Captain America, you know, he's a man out of time. With Batman, he's popular because you relate to him because he's not all powerful, and it's someone who's gone through tragedy and tries to better the world. I mean, what's Captain Marvel? I mean, I love Captain Marvel. I read her comic every month, but you know, it's like Superman. You have to have some sort of connection. And you know, Brad, you're right. I think the biggest thing they missed in this film is not exploring her past and what she did while she was gone. You know, destroying worlds for quote unquote the better, and the hero's guilt that comes with it.
Yeah, and there's totally room for it in this movie. Like it's so it moves so fast. Like there's not a lot of those scenes where people just sit down and like talk through things. It's like, we got to go to this place. We're moving to this place. We're testing our powers over here. We're having fun. And there's just no emotional weight to anything.
Yep.
I agree. I was about to say the same thing, that this feels like a very, like Marvel was trying to play it as safe a bet as possible. And I don't know how much of that is on the studio and how much of that is on the director, Nia DaCosta. I know they did a ton of reshoots for this movie. So I want to give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe they did have more complexity. Maybe they did kind of delve deeper into some of these plot lines and conflicts, but Marvel was like, no, like keep it light, keep it breezy. Let's just like have fun, make this as low an entry bar as possible, because that was another thing that I agree with you, Brad. The villain felt super underdeveloped and just like not really compelling at all. But on the other hand, do we need that in this movie? You know, it just was like, bad guy is bad. Bad guy is doing one of the worst things possible and destroying other planets and attempting to destroy the Earth. I think most of us can agree that's a bad thing. So yeah, it makes sense when you want to see the superhero stop this person.
Yeah, but just like Kylo Ren.
I'm just saying, I think that there were other Marvel movies where the villains had more complexity. And it's like you could almost side with them. Like Killmonger is a great example of that, where it's like his logic, or at least like his general goal, is like almost admirable, but the logic that he takes to get there is bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he goes about it.
Yeah, I literally feel like she could have just called up other planets, said like, "Hey, we're dying over here. Throw some water, some heat," and someone probably would have stepped up, but started tricking people into giving it up, and yeah, don't know why.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably more. I mean, obviously the Kree have a lot of issues because it's not just her. You know, you have Ronan the accuser, and
well, he did.
Everybody
He's been dead a while now.
Yeah, but he also tried to. I mean, he tried to kill the Nova Corps and annihilate planets, and then you also had what the fuck is Jude Law's character's name? I mean, they just betray people. So, yeah, so I think people have a hard time trusting the Kree.
Also, is Sam Jackson
I don't get it. Oh, I was just gonna say I don't understand why they all look so different. Some of them have like different color skin tones, and then some of them look like human.
So, because everybody is different. Everybody on Earth doesn't look the same, Corinne.
Well, I know that, but some of them look more alien and then others look more human. Like Yanrog, like he was just Jude Law with like eye contacts in.
Yeah.
But then
dreamy.
The one guy was like purple. Is this like a makeup issue, or is this something like from the comics that they're all different colors?
I think it's just like on Earth there is Europeans and there's Indians and there's Japanese. I mean, we're all different.
Yeah, but in the comics, are they all different colors, Ryan?
I'm not a big cosmic comic guy, so I don't have an answer. Ronan the Accuser does not look like he does in the movies, if that helps. Nor does Drax, but you know, it's fine.
Is Drax Cree? I guess I don't remember that.
No, I'm just saying that they're not very comic accurate.
Oh, okay.
Is Sam Jackson doing okay health wise? Because
Yeah.
it felt like he had to sit down for most of the movie.
I mean, the
Yeah.
guy's like what, almost 80?
I mean, he's pretty good in Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
He's running around and
Was
shooting
he?
people.
I feel like I've been seeing him run around elsewhere, but in this movie, I just felt like he was always like, "Let me catch my breath. Hang on, I just need to take a sit."
He's just tired of this
Yeah,
shit.
he is 79. Or sorry, he's 74.
Does
Looks
not
good
look
for
that
So,
74.
I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but I mean, I'm just happy he's in the movie and he seems to be having a good time. Because I don't know what Ryan was watching, but he looked like he was not having fun in Secret Invasion. But then again, I guess that's a whole different tone. But
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about having
I don't
fun. I
know.
mean, he runs around and shoots guns and stuff in Secret Invasion.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's having a good time
Well,
as an
no,
actor.
that show is super depressing. I mean, they
No,
kill
I just
freaking
meant
Maria
like
Hill in the first episode.
it feels like he's phoning it in. I don't know. He didn't seem like he was really trying in Secret Invasion.
No. Anyways, the Marvels is fun.
What's the next Marvel movie on deck?
Hey, funny
I
thing
think
that
it's
takes us
Deadpool
into
3, right?
Oh my gosh, I can't even segue.
He asked the question. I was trying to answer
It
it.
was I know, I said, and that takes us right into, and then you just talk over me.
That was
Movie
going to be a
news.
really good segue, Ryan.
It was. I was gonna say, and movie news.
It's real news.
Well, funny, Brad, that you asked that question.
Corinne,
Deadpool
tell me about
3 is the only Marvel movie that is opening next year. They have delayed Captain America, New World Order, Thunderbolts, and what's the other one I'm
Wait,
missing?
isn't it Brave
Blade.
New World now or something?
Yeah, so whatever it is, yeah. So Blade, Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, and I just said it.
Deadpool
They
3.
have been all. I'm sorry. Did I?
Deadpool 3.
Anyways, yes, they all have. Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie next year, which is opening in July, I believe.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're taking a time to get their ducks back in a row because either give us Fantastic Four and X-Men or shore this stuff up.
Yeah, I think part of it is they're just trying to figure out, like the box office trends and everything, but also, recovering from the strikes, trying
Yeah,
to figure out things from a business sense.
Yeah, I think it's the strike thing that's really got him because I was reading an article about it, and Deadpool 3 is half done, or a little more. Sean Levy, the director, said, but they've edited and put all the special effects in for half of it. So it comes out May 24th, so they should be okay there. And Cap 4 just started shooting, and Thunderbolts was going to start shooting. So there's no way in hell those movies will be ready. So I think they're just going to roll with Deadpool. And so that means probably Secret Wars or the King Dynasty, whatever Avengers movie is first, is now going to be like 2 years later than it was supposed to. So yeah, it's a big
Well, they got to
news.
figure out what they're doing with Kang anyway, so that probably works in their favor.
I'm guessing that's another reason why they delayed them all, because they got to see what's going on with Jonathan Majors. Because Disney delayed, the Mufasa movie and Snow White. Almost all their movies got delayed again. So
Well,
next
sure.
year,
I mean, unless they were like basically already done, they'd have to be delayed.
yeah. Well, I was reading an interview with the director of Mufasa, and there's no way they'd get that movie done. It's basically just visual effects extravaganza. So, yep. I'm guessing it won't be the last ones because Corinne mentioned at the top, Dune has already been delayed.
I think just till March, if I remember right. Yeah, just till this March.
Just March, because I'm guessing, like all big movies, it probably had 2 weeks of reshoots, and they went on strike in July.
Oh no, I thought it was done, and I think it was basically done, and then they just pushed it because they wanted something to have for 2024 because they knew the strikes were coming or they were already ongoing.
Yep. Just, one thing after another. Freaking strikes. But hey, the nanny got the AI situation fixed.
I did.
What was the name of? I used to watch that show. The name of the guy there.
Oh, you don't even know.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
The name of the guy there.
Yeah, like the employer of the nanny. They end up falling in love. I know. Shocked, aren't you? Shocked.
What an original premise for a sitcom.
Yes. It's a time of the show where we talk about what we've been watching.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Corinne, welcome back. You want to regale us with stories of cinematic adventures you enjoyed?
Sure. I'll just talk about one thing is I watched the new Justice League War World movie last week. It was pretty fun. I don't know how much I want to say about it because it might spoil some of the plot points of the movie, but there was this sequence that initially I was like, oh, this kind of feels like a Twilight Zone episode. And then it went a little further in and I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally a Twilight Zone episode. They are not just doing this in the abstract, they are literally paying homage to this right now, and it was beautifully done. I don't know if I highly recommend it.
What's the premise
I guess
of that one?
If you like DC, if you like those well, yeah, I don't know how much I want to say because again,
you can't tell me what it's
the
about.
The general premise is, well, I can, but see the way that they present it is you almost don't know until the very end. But basically, some of your favorite DC characters get put into the war world concept.
Oh, spoilers!
Where they have to, yeah. They have to fight their way through these challenges. Again, they reveal so much of the plot at the very end.
So you can't tell me what happens at the beginning? You can't say Superman has been tasked with fighting a giant spider. You're not selling me on this movie, Corinne.
I think the way that they want to leave you in suspense. They want to leave you asking questions because when you watch the first 10 minutes, how did this character get here? What's going on? And then the first sequence plays out and you're like, okay, now what? And then you get the second character and they're doing their thing. And it's, and then at the very end, it all comes together. And it's this is what was really happening the whole time. So I guess spoilers for Justice League War World, but yeah, some of your favorite DC characters are trying to fight their way through some obstacles, but they don't even know what they're in the middle of because they may or may not have had their memories erased.
That's way more than just telling me that until now the Justice League has been a loose association of superpowered individuals. But when they're swept away to War World, a place of unending brutal gladiatorial combat, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman and others must somehow unite to form an unbeatable resistance able to lead an entire planet to freedom. All you had to say was them fighting a bunch of people. That's it. That's it. That's all I wanted.
But are they really fighting them? I mean,
Well, you can see that's a more you saying it that way is more of a spoiler than you just telling me that they're on a world fighting each other.
it's again, I don't want to say too much without so much of like the core of this movie is spoilers, so I can't say too much about it. You really should just go watch Justice League War World, Ryan. You will understand what I'm talking about.
I hope so, because what you just told me makes absolutely no sense and doesn't make me want to watch it.
If you guys like DC characters, the DC universe, you will probably enjoy War World.
I'm out.
I had a lot of fun with it at the very end because a character I really like shows up, and they do not
I'm guessing
nerf
Martian
him.
Manhunter.
They finally get to let him. I'm not gonna say anything. But
It's
yeah,
Martian
they finally
Manhunter.
let him show his full powers.
She
Or
loves
is
Martian
it?
Manhunter, so that's
He
who
means
it is.
Batman, Ryan.
She loves Martian Manhunter, so it's John Jones.
I
That's
like
who it
Booster
is.
Gold too.
Yeah, it's definitely not Booster Gold. Nobody likes Booster Gold. That's a lie.
Hey, he has a really good Justice League Unlimited episode. You don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking
a
about, Ryan.
episode. He has like a moment in comics where you're like, oh, he's okay. The rest of the time, fuck him.
So
I like when Harley Quinn beats the shit out of him in her comic. That's my favorite Booster Gold moment.
fair. So I did. I was telling Brad, he and I were talking about 2013 Film Explosion. I watched something, but we won't get into that until next weekend.
Oh, cool. I mean, it's just like what you told me now. Even a movie that's 10 years old, you're going to be like, this movie is about this one person, but I'm not going to tell you what this one person does because I don't want to spoil it. But it might all be in their mind and they might be mind warped. And this one person shows up at the end. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I already know it's Martian Manhunter. You see, you've ruined it for me. I don't even need to watch the movie now. I don't need to watch it. You not wanting to spoil it has spoiled it for me.
You should really watch it, Ryan, because the black and white sequence is so good.
Nope, spoiled it for me. I don't need to watch it.
Zach's
John
definitely
Jones
gonna watch it.
He's gonna unleash his powers, and he's gonna be the one who saves the Trinity. So I'm good.
So that's what I've been watching.
Brad, what have you watched this week?
A lot of old TV or like not movies in theaters. I've watched some insane stuff from the 80s. Like I don't know, The Bonfire of the Vanities.
That is a weird movie. Tom Hanks.
Did not realize that was a like race related courtroom drama.
Yep.
Totally thought it was like these two guys are climbing the corporate ladder and Melanie Griffith is going to come between them.
Even the box art for it makes it seem like it's one of those drama comedies from the 80s.
Yeah. It is kind of like the tone definitely doesn't know what it wants to be. Like it seems like serious dramatic material, but Brian De Palma of all directors for this movie is trying to make it a little sillier.
Does he have a lot of uncomfortable shots on women's private parts?
Not in this one.
Okay. That's a De Palma trademark.
Melanie Griffith does have like a lingerie scene and like some raunchy dialogue. But than that, yeah, it's nothing like Carrie. So yeah, that was a weird kill. Yeah. That was a weird movie. And then also watched A Fish Called Wanda, which is a quote unquote classic comedy.
Not impressed.
Like I think the heist part of it is really clever because each scene goes into each other in like a really creative way. Like everything they do instantly affects the next thing. But I feel like each of the characters are in different movies. Yeah, like John Cleese is kind of doing like serious elevated comedy. And then Kevin Kline feels like he's just throwing everything at the wall and being super weird and mean. And then Eric Idle, he's off on this other movie where he's like just doing slapstick, trying to kill this old lady.
As one would.
As one would, and he ends up just killing the dogs instead. And yeah, a lot of that stuff hasn't like. I'm sure it was funny in 1980, but
Has John Cleese always seemed like an old guy to you?
yeah, I was like looking at him because he ends up like he looks like he's 60 in that movie, and I was like, I guess he was like he was in his 40s when he was doing Monty Python, I guess.
But even now, he still looks almost exactly the same.
Yeah, he's looked the same for like the past 20 years for sure. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I thought it was clever in some places, like with the heist. You know, everyone kind of like double crossing each other and one up each other, and things not going the way they want. But everything else with like the love triangle and everything going on, meh. And then I also watched Married to the Mob, which is
oh geez, I haven't seen that forever.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Michelle Pfeiffer, her husband Alec Baldwin is in the mob, and he gets killed by
Barrowin.
He gets killed by his mob boss, I guess, who's trying to hide a crime. And I think the story with her getting out of the like trying to escape the mob and just trying to take her son and just live a normal life in the city is great. But the part with like Matthew Modine and the FBI, and then Dean Stockwell's mob boss, like all that, yeah, I just didn't gel for me.
I haven't seen it in so long. I remember renting it when it was on VHS. I don't remember anything about it. Everything you just said, sure.
Yeah, I don't know how to like. They're so disjointed. Like just the finale is they go to this like honeymoon suite, and like all the different factions show up and try to intervene, and yeah, like there's a lot of that. Like people have their guns drawn on people, but they can't seem to shoot at close range and hit anybody. Yeah, and like Matthew Modine's pretending to be like all these different characters to like spy on her, and then like ends up going on a date with her, and then like over one conversation falls in love with her, and it's just like I'm not buying this setup. So yeah, all three of those movies just have like weird vibes to me. Like very not cohesive stuff. And then the last thing real quick is I watched the original Little Shop of Horrors from 1960.
That's infamous for only taking, I think, 3 days to shoot or something like that.
Yeah, I could see that. It's so weird like watching that movie without the musical aspect to it. And then Jack Nicholson's like nerdy like guy who loves pain. Obviously Bill Murray played that part in the 80s version. But yeah, like is this skinny Jack Nicholson who's like kind of nerdy was just like such a 180 to watch. After I just watched him in like the Two Jakes in Chinatown and everything, and in The Shining this year. So yeah. But I do like the ending of this better though, because like all the victims' faces grow into the plant, which I think is way more badass.
Yeah, it is way different. And or the 80s one is more of kind of a horror comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's very much like just a B horror,
Yeah.
And Mushnick actually instigates a lot of the murders, whereas in the 80s one he kind of gets eaten somewhere in the middle. So
yeah,
like he's the one who starts like, oh, I'm gonna feed this guy to make the plant grow and everything, and then Seymour's just kind of the guy who created it, but he's just trying to do his own thing. So
yeah, I remember seeing it. I haven't seen it in so long.
So yeah, that's what I watched. What'd you watch?
Just like last week, I've been playing a lot of video games. But I did see a movie, Brad, that you've been talking about for years.
Oh, sweet.
When I was at Telluride Horror Show, Vinegar Syndrome had a booth set up there, and all the movies were $20, no matter what movie you got. It could have been a 4K one, The only ones that were more expensive were their like limited edition kind of. When you got me that Roadhouse, they had some of those ones, and they were like $35.
Yeah, no, 20 is a great price for an Arrow or a Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, so I picked up on 4K Ultra HD Miami Connection.
Nice.
Which I have never seen. What's cool about the blue or this Ultra HD is that it has 3 cuts of the movie.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You watched all 3?
I watched 2 of them.
Oh, wow. I've got the I've got the Draft House one, and as far as I know, there's 1 cut, so you've seen more than me.
Oh, I'm a way bigger fan. And they have a whole extra bonus disc of just bonus features, which is cool because I didn't know that it was found. This guy from Draft House bought it off eBay, a print, because he's never heard of it. And I mean, I don't know how this movie didn't make money in the 80s. It is fucking so great.
Bad great, right?
It's one of these movies, Brett, I remember you describing it as not, so I'm watching it and I go, this movie is so bad, but it's so bad in a way that it's really fun to watch, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the opening is like ninjas that are chopping people's arms off, and everybody else has machine guns. I mean, I don't know.
I think my favorite part is by the end, they didn't have like an older actor to play the kid's father, so they just took a younger guy and threw like a wig on him and dusted it up.
My favorite is the I guess he's the lead character in it, who's an Asian martial artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the director is saying, like, sounding out the words for him to say, because I don't know if he even speaks English. Because every shot of him with dialogue is a really tight shot on his face. And he says it in a cadence where he says, "No, you leaving Miami now." I mean, and dude, the music, fuck, bro.
Dude, Dragon Sound, man.
So
we gotta
good.
go to a concert sometime.
And every time they would cut to the band, I'm like, wait, why is there a band here? And then I just love the random acts of violence because they're talking about that band. And then it cuts to the guys saying, "No, I wanted them here. Whatever. You owe me money." And then they all know karate and they're like kicking each other's asses. And there's random fights in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and then they fight in the jungle and like like one of them dies, I think. Like,
yep.
It's just hilarious that there's just a band that like hangs out together, like lives in the same house together, and occasionally they fight crime.
I know. And it's like I said, it's not a good movie, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And then you watch it and you go, I can't believe this was made. And that someone bought a print of it off eBay, and I'm watching it in 4K right now. It blew my mind.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm 3 for 3 now between New York Ninja and Psycho Gorman.
I know, man. And you're finding these like ninja movies that are just I think I like New York Ninja a little more. Just because that one is like really silly.
Yeah, they're pretty close for me, but they also have kind of the same story of like
they really do.
Someone found it years later and kind of polish it up and put it back out there for people to find.
Yeah, New York Ninja is more crazy though because they didn't even have dialogue.
Yeah, they rewrote the movie basically.
Yeah, they literally cut this movie together and made the dialogue. It's
yeah, it's incredible.
But yeah, hats off to Vinegar Syndrome for releasing a movie like that.
Yeah, like I
Miami
said,
Connection with 3 discs, you know.
I think I have to buy that edition because yeah, I've just got the Draft House version, so shit, I don't think they have it anymore.
Really?
I'm on the website right now trying to find it.
I mean,
I could just go to that Aurora store, I guess, and see if they have it.
Yeah, the archive might have it.
Yeah.
We should plan a day to go there together.
We should. Let's have a play date.
Yeah. Corinne, you want to go to the archive with us?
Sure. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'll have a lot of movies you like. in it, I'm sure. Do you know what vinegar syndrome is, Corinne?
I'm assuming it's like horror movies or just rated R stuff.
No, it's like really schlocky stuff. They do have some great movies every once in a while, but they really focus on exploitation and I don't know, like forgotten movies, maybe, Brett. I don't know the best way to describe it.
Yeah, just
Schlocky movies are my favorite, don't you know?
yeah, movies that are like just that need restoration, I guess. Because
Yeah.
vinegar syndrome is the process of like the film deteriorating.
Yeah, and I was talking to the lady at the booth, and she says that they do all their own restorations.
Yeah. There's there's another one they have called Night Screams, which is a friend of mine is actually in. They were she was an actress in it in the 80s, and they just released it, so it's a horror movie.
Nice. I know. I still haven't watched. I did pick up the Kiefer Sutherland, Reese Witherspoon Freeway
Oh,
as well, which is a really weird one. They do really cool box art.
yeah.
Like they do a really good job on them, and I don't mind paying, the $35-40 for them because they put tons of bonus features, and the box art's usually really nice.
Did you see Tammy and the T-Rex?
Yeah, you let me borrow it.
Yeah, nice. 4 for 4.
Yeah.
There's another going. But yeah, I mean, other people find those and I find them. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I would have no idea what Miami Connection was unless you didn't tell me. And like I said, when I was at Telluride Horror, and she says, "Yeah, each movie's $20. Getting an Ultra HD for $20, that's 3 discs and has tons of bonus features. Even if it's not the best movie, but the thing is having fun when you watch it."
they do have it, but the slipcase one's sold out.
Mm.
I have to get a boring plastic case. Boo. All right, I'm going to the archive.
Nice.
Yeah, let me know when you go. We'll both go.
For sure. Next week, we are recording Film Explosion 2013. So if you have a favorite film from 2013, make sure you send a list and we'll share it on the show. Which is funny that I scheduled it for next week when there's literally, I think, 4 or 5 movies coming out.
I saw that. I was
Yeah, good job, Ryan.
I know. Well, we had to get it in. And I was like, whatever. The day after Captain Marvel, it can't be that busy. There's literally a new Hunger Games, the new Disney animated movie, Thanksgiving. I think there's one more, too. So great planning on my behalf.
Rude.
Yeah, well, we probably definitely. I think the week after that is pretty light, so we just bump one of those down.
Oh yeah, we'll do Thanksgiving.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think Wish is actually coming out until like the 21st or 22nd, because I think it comes out like the day or two before Thanksgiving. It doesn't actually come out on the weekend. I'm just going to do a special screening of it.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it on the big screen finally. The animation in it looks incredible.
Yeah, Next Goal Wins comes out in limited release. I don't want to see that, but since it's limited, it might be hard for us. But yeah, that's Trolls, Next Goal Wins, Hunger Games, Thanksgiving. And then the week after has The Holdovers in wide release and Napoleon and Wish. So
Napoleon looks awesome.
We can push a lot of that. I think it's like trying a little too hard to be awesome. Like with the trailer edit. It just seems like this isn't your
but it's
typical boring drama.
A war epic. I'm down.
That guy loves historical epics. Like, we might have to
sure does
check in on that guy. Yeah, but a lot of those, we can push all that stuff into December.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Also, did I on this podcast I said I have a title for a horror movie called It's a Wonderful Knife, right? I've said that before.
Maybe I saw that at Telluride Horror.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, that was my title, and it's
someone else. A fun one.
Someone else made it.
I don't think you can own puns, Brad.
Oh, I can, and I will.
Just another instance of Hollywood listening to us and taking our ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up who this person is. This director. He's like, listen to our podcast.
I met him at Telluride. He's a nice guy. Fudge, what did he do?
his name is Hadley Bag or something.
I think he did a segment on VHS, is what he was saying, is where I know him from. But yeah. Until we see you at the movies. Bye.
Keep it real, nerds.
A real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.